Joining us now, Congresswoman Debbie Dingell, Democrat from Michigan. Congresswoman, thanks for coming on. Democrats, will they at some point be willing to strike some sort of a deal? Seems like Nancy Pelosi has drawn a line in the sand that really makes it impossible from here because President Trump has made a campaign promise and he sincerely believes we need some sort of physical barrier at the border.
Okay, so this is where I think we need to be. And by the way, the Senate voted on this before we left in December. There is a bill that would fund 6 of the departments through the end of this fiscal year. So they would continue to operate, they would be open. We would extend Homeland Security until February 8th, and then in regular order, let's discuss how we're going to keep that border safe. I don't believe in drawing lines in sand. I think compromise isn't a dirty word, but right now I'm seeing too many government employees who aren't Republicans or Democrats. They're public servants coming to Washington yesterday. The TSA worked all holiday. They all were talking to me. They're starting to get worried. Are they going to get paid? Michigan's U.S. attorney from Detroit yesterday talking about his employees who are just trying to do the right thing, and some of them are getting worried about how they're going to pay their mortgage. We got to take those people out of the middle of us, put us in a regular order, and let's talk about how we're going to keep our borders safe.
Without that outside pressure that you just described, what would the urgency factor be to get any sort of deal done?
Well, I think that if we could, today we will pass this bill that will fund the 6 departments for the rest of the year and extend Homeland Security through February 8th. Then you've got a February 8th deadline. We're not playing these I don't even know the word to say that we're doing right now. These are people's lives. This isn't leadership. We need to get the government reopened, and that's what we need to focus on. So if you got a February 8th deadline, it's not that far away. Let's go into regular order, and let's figure out what we got to do.
Although we've lived on a string of continuing resolutions for a couple of decades right now, so kicking the can down the road doesn't necessarily give us a hard deadline or necessarily even a greater sense of urgency. Congresswoman, there's an editorial in the Wall Street Journal saying that some Democrats said their goal is simply the destruction of President Trump, particularly as we head into 2020. Is that going to be the thing that guides the House right now under Nancy Pelosi, saying no deal, offering less for the wall now than it was a week ago? I mean, are we going to get anything done like that?
I'm going to say something right now. I don't believe that that's what Democrats want. We got a big tent. We got a lot of people with a lot of thoughts, but we know that if we are going to continue to win, as we did and took the House back over, we have to deliver for the American people. We have a responsibility for oversight, but, one of the reasons we elected so many Democrats is a number of working men and women who are afraid that they're going to lose health insurance over a pre-existing condition. We need to fix our roads and our bridges, and we need to invest in infrastructure.
Right. If
this Congress doesn't deliver on that, we're going to see a 2020. I've always said that Donald Trump could get reelected. So this Congress, and I've got Democratic colleagues, that
right.
This isn't a monolithic Congress. We got a big tent who know we have to deliver.
Congresswoman, thank you very much. Really appreciate your thoughts and commentary.